Hey everyone, welcome to another video. It's Thursday, May 20th. Today I'm hiking the main trail at Arroyo Verde Park here in Ventura, California. At the entrance you can see it looks like an average tree-lined park, but signs of fire damage from the 2017 Thomas Fire are still apparent in many places. This hike is moderately difficult and is a 2.3 mile loop with about 500 feet of elevation gain. I went on a fairly cool day, but if you plan on going on a day that's warmer, I'd suggest bringing plenty of water, and if not using sunscreen, wear a hat. At times this can be a heavily trafficked trail, but it's less crowded on weekdays because the majority of people using the trail are people running on weekend mornings. Although you can see some trees and wildflowers along the trail, there were a lot less at the time that I went because of the severe drought going on in the area right now, which caused everything to basically look dry. The vegetation surrounding the trail was extremely dry from this drought, and even 3+ years later, it still shows some signs of fire damage, including some damaged trees and large shrubs. Now, this part of the hike was one of the most difficult parts because it contributes to the majority of the elevation gain before a downhill slope afterward. After completing this part of the trail, there's a nice view of the park below, as well as a faint view of the ocean in the distance. I went on a partly cloudy day, so you could not see the ocean clearly, but if you had gone on a clear day, you might be able to. Right after beginning the downhill slope, there was a very apparent signs of fire damage, including multiple charred trees. This part of the hike was fairly easy because it was mostly either flat ground or downhill slopes as we continued along the 2.3 mile loop. After another short elevation gain, there was another nice view, and there were even some rusty park signs there that I used as a nice photo opportunity. As you continue along the trail, there are some areas where you can stop and sit down to enjoy the view and take a break from the hiking. Even though there weren't that many wildflowers along the trail because of the drought, we still did see some mustard plants, which seem to be very hardy even in the driest of conditions. As you continue along the trail, it will begin experiencing more elevation gains as well as downhill slopes as you continue back along the 2.3-mile loop. There are also some places where you can rest, including a few trees that provide some nice shade. When I was around halfway finished with the trail, we began to see more wildflowers, even though the area was still really dry. Something I thought was interesting is that there was sand covering this part of the trail, and I'm not sure, since this park isn't too close to the ocean, I'm not sure if it could have blown in on wind coming from the coast or if it could have gotten here in some other way. As you walk through the last section of the 2.3-mile loop and begin finishing the trail, there are some more nice trees that provide some greenery and shade. Toward the end of the hike, I noticed a structure on top of one of the mountains that appeared to be made of sheet metal, but I'm not exactly sure of its purpose. Right near the end of the trail where it exits back into the park and the parking lot, you can stop if you're interested in bird photography in a small grove of oak trees near the side of the trail and find some interesting birds to take photos of. These are some of the birds that I was able to see in this small area. That's the end of this video for now. Hopefully you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more in the future.